It actually started out of a former colleague of mine having a conversation at a rugby club in Toronto about they were looking for a place to play a game, and with Winnipeg looking to bid on the CFL at the time, the policy was in place for us to do the same with a rugby team. So we thought we'd explore the opportunity, and it seems to be working out.
Line right! Ready, go!
This is going to be the highest quality game we've ever seen in Manitoba, and fortunately for us, the policy here in regards to COVID is much more friendly to professional sport than it is in Toronto. So that's why you're seeing them come out here, and it's exciting.
Nice.
Yeah! Get up!
It's kind of a surreal moment, especially because, like, you think of rugby, especially in Manitoba, it's kind of a lesser known sport, a little bit smaller community, and having this opportunity to kind of play these big name players that, you know, get paid to play, get to play on an international level. So having that opportunity for the city, like bringing in these professional players, can kind of allow the outside community to realize like how serious rugby can be in Manitoba, and that we actually do have a good group of guys that can play at a high level.
They've taken their rugby seriously for a number of years. You know, we have guys that have played, you know, on age grade national teams and have played at a high level in Manitoba. It's just, you know, opportunities like this don't come to Winnipeg very often at all. Like the Arrows would be the best team that's ever played rugby in Manitoba.
I think this is a great opportunity to showcase top level rugby in Manitoba, and it's been a long time coming. This is the start of something great with Major League Rugby, and to get the exposure through the Prairie provinces is pretty huge.
Push out. Yeah, overlap, all right.
As the program went forward, we had a drop dead date at the end of August, and that was greeted with quite the round of applause when we did confirm that we were going ahead with the game. And it's been a lot of work and a lot of wrangling with a lot of people. We've had everyone from you know, just local members of the community helping out to the President of Rugby Canada send letters on our behalf and advocate for us. So.
Just a little bit of surprise and definitely excitement with just a really neat, unique opportunity. Something that I've never heard of something like this happening here in Manitoba. So we're sometimes overlooked in terms of rugby in Canada. So, like, yeah, very exciting opportunity for everyone here.
And drive.
I think it's a big deal because it brings like a high-level match to Manitoba and Winnipeg itself. Just developing rugby in Manitoba and getting us recognized as a bigger rugby province.
Well, this is just something you don't get to experience in Winnipeg. I mean, it's a hockey town. You don't really get to see much other than hockey and football here. So this is something really different. Rugby athletes are the fittest athletes in the world. You know, it's just like football, but you need to be able to have the aerobic capacity of a soccer player. You know, it's something different and it's something exciting, and we're just stoked to be able to bring that to Winnipeg. There's no real easy way to say this, but I guess I want to say that thanks for all your efforts involved in this. It's been great to watch you guys get together and come forward as a team, but unfortunately, as some of you know, the province declined to grant the exemption to the Arrows to avoid their 14-day isolation. So basically the policy that we had applied on the grounds of has changed in the last 2 weeks, and unfortunately that's kind of left us shit out of luck as far as getting them in here for a couple of weeks or a week from now.
Hearing they can't come is kind of, I don't know, just kind of a shot to the gut. Like, we've prepared so much, we've been training for a couple of weeks here now, so it's hard to, I don't know, it's just hard to see that opportunity kind of slip down the drain a little bit. For me, it was a little bit disappointing because I'm coming back from a knee surgery, so it was kind of a chance to showcase my skills and really get back into the game at a high level, which it would obviously feel amazing, get it back in the field.
I would say pure disappointment. Really heartbreaking that all the boys put on the line here for about a month and a half, and guys really coming together, and just as we're hitting our peak here, it's got the worst news possible. So
it's going even harder. Well, you know, we've had this Buffalo program for quite a while now, and then this is like the first year which really been taken extremely seriously by all levels, like from management to coaching to players coming out to the buy-in from players. It truly was phenomenal. Like, we're training 4 or 5 times a week, and that's everyone. And seeing how much better everyone's gotten, it's been awesome to see and awesome to be a part of.
Honestly, it's not even just about the game. The biggest thing is just the guys that you play with and kind of the atmosphere and the brotherhood outside of the game. We're really lucky that no matter where you go in the world, there's rugby, and you walk into a rugby club, and if you play for them, it's basically like having a new family. So it's one of those unique sports that you don't get that anywhere else.
Fine. Set. 1, 2, 3. And squeeze. 2, 3. Break.
I think even just today, being able to put on a game really shows that the guys still wanted to reward themselves and reward the coaches with a game, and sort of like put our systems and stuff we were working together for so long, and getting to finally put them into practice. And you know, in a year where we haven't had any rugby, it's a great opportunity for these guys on the provincial team who want to play next year to sort of get that team together. So we start off, you know, maybe a couple steps ahead in off-season prep and stuff like that, and hopefully we gear up for the Super League next year. So I think I'm really happy with how the program's developed over the 8 weeks, and I still think today is a great day to celebrate the hard work everyone put in.
We're not going to get mad at ourselves, we're not going to get mad at our teammates, we're going to lift that guy up, we're going to turn the page, and we are going to work our asses off today. All right? It was a huge honor and frankly a surprise. I was just really happy to be out here and playing with such a competitive side. Again, I said it at the beginning of the day, and I really meant it. It is by far the best Manitoba team that we've fielded in a long time. You know, more than in my recent memory. So to have that honor was pretty humbling, to be honest.
3, 2, 1.
I was hopeful that there would be enough interest from Rugby Manitoba as a community to still play this game. We're really lucky that we were sanctioned to play full contact at all this season, and we're the only guys in Canada that got to play a full contact rugby game. So if anything, I'm the most proud of probably the guys on the President's 15 that came out to play this side, because it was an intimidating side to play, and they came out and showed a lot of heart to show up today.
Ready?
We came together with 50 individuals, and today I'm very happy to see 23 guys playing together as one team, and on top of that their skill levels really improved from where we start to today. So last 8 weeks has been really great.
Fine. Set. 1, 2, 3.
I think today is the first day they play as a team, because we had 2 scrimmage games, but we were playing against each other. So I think they really played very well. We are focusing on that 2-year program where we will have a great team in 2 years for the province.
I thought it was really good. Guys clicked. Like, we were a bit concerned going into it, because when we found out that we weren't having the Arrows game, you could tell the standards of practice kind of just dropped, and guys were goofing around more. And it didn't look too good going into the final training session before the game, and then we got out there and we just clicked right from the get-go. Guys are not making mistakes, and we put up a big scoreline, so it's always good to do.
Through practice, we always emphasize, don't try those difficult passes, don't try those offloads, don't try that, because you got to work on the basic stuff first. And we worked through the basics over and over and over again, to the point where it's like boring almost, that you just keep working on these basics. But then when it comes to a game, the offloads and stuff come, the big plays come, the really good rugby came, I think, today in this game. This is the best rugby I think we've played, even in the trial games we played before. So I think focusing on those fundamentals is what really kind of helped us and play our game, and some pretty high skill rugby from what I saw today.
The difference from the start to today, you have guys from 3-4 different clubs on this team, and it's been incredible to see the friendships that we've grown, and just the chemistry even of just having to play together one game, even if it was against the Arrows or not. Like, we're a pretty good team for having only trained for 6-7 weeks, and I'm really proud of all the guys for all the progress that we made.
There's probably nothing more cathartic than the game of rugby, and the camaraderie that you get from this sport. I've played hockey my whole life. I've played other team sports. Rugby is very special in that way, and the way that guys come together, and the fact that it is truly competitive. It's full contact, so you can't play half-heartedly because it is a full contact sport. You have to come on. Everybody has to take it seriously, and everybody brings a real intensity to it. And I mean, ever since the first time I ever played when I was 14 years old, it's the most fun I've ever had playing sport, and I'll go as long as my body will let me.
The joke is a lot of us usually just suffer through the 80 minutes we're on the field just for the reward of hanging out with the guys and being part of the sport off the field. So obviously I'm still young enough, still enjoy playing. You know, the bumps and bruises don't feel too bad the next day, but I'm sure I'll get to a point where that'll change. But yeah, still enjoy the game, loved it, played it since I was in grade 10, and I don't anticipate stopping anytime soon. So
I love rugby because I love the game, and also most importantly I like the people. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, you always play for the guy next to you, and it's the game. Like, you know, it's a special game.
Turn and go, don't wait. Keep going.
The people, for sure. The relationships, how well we bring up guys, and how positive the practices are, the training are, how everyone reinforces each other and just has fun at practice. That's what keeps me coming back, is how much fun it is to play this game with these guys.
You know, when you win a game, it's always a team win. There's no individuals like in basketball or a sport like that. You know, one guy can carry a team, whereas in rugby, it's just an absolute team sport. And for me personally, I like the contact aspect of it. I'm a physical guy. I really enjoy. I've always liked football, hockey, and then played rugby for about 25, 26 years now. And yeah, I just really enjoy a physical sport that, you know, it's taxing on the body, but it's good to deliver some punishment to some guys and then run through guys, and, you know, you get hit pretty hard too, and you get to test yourself and get back up again, you know. So it's a lot of fun.
You just a close-up, eh? Put that in the credits. Put this in the credits. That's what we do. We do this all the time.